Hi there, it's Louise with you of Timeless Craft Mama, and today I'd like to share a scrapbook layout process video created for Scrapbook Boutique. And I've decided for this page that I'm going to dig out my Heidi Swapp Minc machine and use some of the Minc products to create a monochrome type layout. So I've picked some of the elements in the 12x12 and 6x6 collections, and I'm just going to go ahead and Minc those. So I've chosen to use the gunmetal grey foil, the silver foil, and then this green foil as well, just because the photo that I've chosen has that tiny little touch of green. So I'm just going to use that to give a little pop of colour in this monochrome layout. At the moment I seem to be doing a lot of monochrome, so I'm really liking the results that I'm getting with this combination of the black, white, silver or gold with that little pop of colour in there as well. Now if you haven't played with a Minc machine if you haven't played with a Minc machine previously, certainly try and get to a demo if you can, watch some videos, but I really like the way the products have that shimmer. I don't think I use them in the traditional sense, but certainly I enjoy the results that it gives on the page. So I'm starting my page with this little top and bottom layer, and going to build a bit of a cluster in the middle with these pieces that I've popped through the Minc machine. So I'm just going ahead and minking a couple of those pages. Now, one of the tricks to using the Minc machine is to always keep your leftovers, because you can actually use that foil on just straight toner sheets. So I have done this in a previous video, and if you have a look on my channel, you'll see that there's a whole video about minking techniques. So certainly if you are interested in foiling and want to see some of the really cool stuff that you can do with that Minc machine, have a look at my other videos. Now I'm going to stick some of these elements down, and you will have noticed when you saw the initial layout that there's some medium added to this page as well. So the first thing I'm going to do though is build that cluster, and then I'm going to design the background around whatever the cluster comes out as, because when I'm doing a layout I don't necessarily plan the cluster. Sometimes I just let the papers and embellishments and elements of the page that I've chosen do the work for me. So in this case, I've chosen a photo, knew that I wanted to Minc and do a monochrome layout, but that was as far as I'd planned in advance. The rest of the layout just developed all on its own. So I'm going to mount the photo, and I've added some card behind that as well, just to prop that up off the page a little bit. And you'll see that later on in the video I am also going to again use some card in that background cluster once I've built it. There you go. So that's all stuck together off camera, and added the cardboard in there as well to enlarge that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add some apple of my eye colour blast paste, just spread roughly with the spatula, and I wanted to have a bit of a diamond type of shape around that cluster. So I'm just doing it freehand, and this is going to give me that little pop of green colour similar to what I have in that photo. Now, I've used the dilution spray mist just to drop some splatters around there. Now, the reasons I chose the dilutions is because it gives a really vibrant colour. It doesn't actually soak into the page, and this page has no medium added underneath that mixed media. So there's no gel medium, there's no gesso, it's all just on plain white cardstock. So next step is I'm doing some stamping and just a little bit of embossing with green embossing powder, just to add a touch of sparkle into that background. Now I didn't need a lot because it is of course a boys page, but it just helps lift that stamping off the background. So again, same stamp, but this time I'm just going to do a couple of little touches here and there with the black ink pad, again coming back to that monochrome type layout. And finally I'm going to attach the cluster. I've also pre-printed up my journaling off the computer and printed that out as well. So I'm going to cut that individually, stick that down, add a couple of little stickers, some banners, a title, and then this page is finished. So to finish off the page, I've just dug through my stash and grabbed a couple of little extra elements that had some green tint to them. So that's going to help me finish off the page and just give those last little elements. So there's some simple stories, life in colour from the paper collection, and that is the finish of the layout. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that layout from me. It was really fun to put together. Don't forget to subscribe and of course check out Scrapbook Boutique for the products used in this video. Thanks for watching.